Welcome to a journey of spices, excitement, experiences, and stories of good flavor meeting great vegetables and fruits right here on AUMcuisine. Hi, and welcome back to another episode of AUMcuisine, authentic, universal, meditative. We are back in our potato series, and I'm going to teach you to make curry potatoes. And curry potatoes are so simple to do. It can be used as a side, and it can also be part of a rice dish. You know, you can do all kinds of things with it. So very simple. I'm going to be putting in some extra virgin olive oil. You can also use grapeseed oil if you don't like too much of that flavor. With me, it's fine. I mean, it's the health component of it that matters. So I'm going to be putting in some ground cumin powder, otherwise called jeera powder. I'm also going to be putting in some shredded ginger. I'm also going to put in some minced garlic. So usually the garlic and the ginger is mixed with onions in a recipe. For this one, I just don't want to put in the onions, and I'll tell you in a minute why. So I'm going to be putting in some garam masala powder. You can either learn to make it yourself or use a store-bought version. Oh, it smells delightful. It just smells amazing. So I'm going to be putting in some tomatoes. So I have some red and yellow tomatoes here for some visual integrity and flavor. You can choose to do any color you wish, any type, any flavor. Just because my potatoes are in bite-sized pieces, I've cut my tomatoes like so. So I'm letting the tomatoes sweat a little with all these masalas working together. At this point, I'd like to add some black pepper. Now, the black pepper is really nice when you're working with tomatoes and garam masala. Even though the garam masala has black pepper in it as one of the ingredients, this really gives that little sniff and lovely taste. So I'm going to be putting in some turmeric, and you'll notice that I still haven't added the potatoes as yet. The potatoes are steamed a little bit ahead of time. I just want a lot of the flavor to go into the tomatoes first and break down before I add in the potatoes. So I'm going to be putting in the potatoes in right now. And allow the tomatoes and the potatoes and the masalas to all come together. I'm not using any water for a reason. I just want the juice of the tomatoes to serve as liquid, you know, which is naturally just coming out because it's exposed to heat. I'm going to be putting in a couple of pinches of asafetida. You have to remember asafetida or hing has a very strong taste. So you have to be absolutely sure that you're going to like it, right? So, beautiful. As that's warming up and really becoming a one big happy family, I'm going to be sharing with you the kind of salt I'm going to add. The kind of salt I'm going to be adding is called kala namak or sindalu namak. It smells like, you know, it has that rotten egg kind of smell, like it has a sulfite smell. And it's fabulous for this particular recipe. It tastes phenomenal, right? If you have never cooked with kala namak before, you might want to just stick with your usual salt, but this really brings out a different type of authentic tapestry of flavor, which I really like. Smells amazing, like super delectable, amazing. So I'm going to be putting in some mint leaves, 1 handful, and some cilantro leaves. I love that color coming through. Even though the flavors are all Indian, in this case, it really does look Jamaican now from the pan. I'm going to allow that to warm through. I'm going to do a little bit of clearing up, and I'm going to serve it on a beautiful platter, and then we'll do a taste test. Stay right there. Welcome back. So I'm going to tell you how you can plate up and make this delectable side. So I have some cukes, really nice cucumbers, that really lovely coolness. I'm going to be using the black salt or the sindaloo namak, like so. Putting in some asafetida, some mint leaves, and then I have some soy yogurt. I'm going to whisk it really nice and add it to the base. Then I'm going to use a spoon and just turn this up. This is a very, very simple raita. Beautifully done. And then we're going to add the potatoes. So turn off the heat. Oh my God. And add it into the center. Beautiful. I'm going to be putting in some cilantro on top and some turmeric on the side. Looks like an absolute flavor explosion. So when you do eat it, you can have it with a little bit of the yogurt. So sometimes the heat is just so good. You can also mix it up if you would like, but I like it like this. The white on the bottom and a splash of sunshine on top. Enjoy these potatoes. I'll be back with another episode on our potato series to enthrall your senses and take a beautiful trip into one of the other culinary countries that you can bring to your own kitchen. Until we meet again next time on AUMcuisine, this is Vaidya Priyanka.